We're the same amount now. Cool. Oh, the birds with the blind. No, don't. I'm getting the birds first, bro. Those annoying birds. So long as they don't hit us, they'll keep attacking because we're both sleeping. What? Hey, Rude Batman! What's up, man? Rude Batman is the best Batman, by the way. Why would you want a regular Batman when you can get a rude one? All good, buddy. Well, that took a while. You get the 2 fights in a row? Oh, I guess because the enemies were so close together. I don't think the 2 fights are in a row. I think the game didn't have time to load me back into the world before I triggered the next fight, which loaded me back into the next fight rapidly. A lizard has appeared. Yes. A lurk lizard. Wow. I need more stamina, bro. Ripperonis. We're all blind now. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. I gotta say the game is a bit aggressive on the status effects. Like almost every mob right now does a status effect. And it wouldn't be too bad if enemies had one attack each, but they have like they have a combat system based on stamina as well. But it seems to be stamina of the entire group of enemy. Like they have one shared pool, it seems. See, because that guy attacked twice instead of having to share one attack and one attack. But now that guy's alone, so he's got 2 points to his own, so he can attack twice. So I think that's how the combat system works in this game. Carrots. Man, I'm gonna be known as the carrot thief. Potion of stamina. You probably only regen stamina. Who has a bunch of empty barrels in his house? Just laying there. Tales of Yulton the Brutal Scar, Volume 2. Yulton rode his great wolf Red-Eye to the village of Gergath, where he was to meet with an ogre named Dunbur, one of the greatest smiths in the land, to forge him a set of armor unparalleled by any other. The smith was not only a skilled craftsman, but a powerful nature magician that would fuse natural magic into the armor. Yulton arrived a few hours early, and as he approached Dunbur's front door, he dismounted from Red-Eye. Something was amiss. The door lay slightly ajar, and the marks on the ground indicated that a scuffle had taken place, and a body was dragged around the back of the house. Yulton sniffed. He could smell the fresh blood. Yulton followed the tracks around the back of the house and into the woods. He heard a faint voice in the distance and snuck toward it as quietly as he could for a man of his size. He heard his own name being mentioned by one man and a low grunt as a response from another man. The first man was demanding that the second man set up a trap for Yulton. The second man's response were muffled as though he was gagged. Yulton sprang to action. He leapt from the bushes and drew his weapon, bringing it down on the head of the first man. He removed the gag from the second man and asked him what had happened here. The second man thanked him, for it was Dunber. Dunber told Yulton the first man had heard of Yulton's visit and wanted to murder him, as it had been causing too much trouble for the bandits throughout Cthulhu. He and his friends were plotting an ambush once Yulton arrived. An ambush? Yulton realized that Red-Eye was in danger. He helped Dunber to his feet and sprinted off. Arriving at the house once again, Yulton smelled fresh blood. Coming around the corner, he saw Red-Eye standing over the bodies of 4 ogres that had been brutally mauled. Yulton laughed and stroked the fur of his loyal companion. Dunber told Yulton he'd make the armor at a heavy discount. Yulton insisted on paying full price, as the armor was to last him to the end of his days. Dunber spent weeks working on the armor while Yulton and Red-Eye foraged and hunted, with the occasional break for a drink at the local inn. The armor was completed. It was a shining bronze color with a shining emerald in the center. The emerald was enchanted to resist the nature element and provided Yulton with greater stamina in battle. He wore it proudly, and indeed, it lasted until the end of his days. Okay, that story was really freaking long. Oh, Phoenix down. Equivalent. Nice. Okay. Linda, why have you barged into my house? I just felt like it. You just felt like it? Yeah, what of it? Bad attitude, large size, sharp axe, yes. Would you be able to do me a favor? Depends on the favor and what the reward is. I've had some trouble lately with some woodward pests eating my crops. Would you mind butchering them? Fine, but what's on offer? I'll pay you some coupons for your trouble. Done. So what creature I have to kill? Also, there's a weird sound glitch. Can I not? Okay. Mugwort in North Nursuit Woods needs a replacement fishing rod. It's fine. Spoken to Richard. Okay, but it doesn't say what creature. Oh, these. Thank you. Quest complete. You've done it. How'd you guess? The smug look on your friend's face. He always looks smug. Don't make fun of my face. Well, as promised, here's your reward. 100? Wow! Thank you! Holy moly, that's a lot. We're almost at Lindum. Have you been keeping an eye out for red potions to drink? If you drink that, your maximum health will increase. I'll fight your right part after that. We're still worlds away. Worlds away. That's just great. I suggest we stock up on bolster our numbers before proceeding. Hire a mercenary or guard, perhaps. Why? We've done just fine, better than I expected anyway. We may be alright, but better safe than sorry. Do as you will. I'm just your guide. We'll see. Okay, we'll get the chest first. Then we'll go back. Dude, this is the ideal game for me. Or for you, for that matter, it seems. You're right, like, I've been an ass. And I've somehow made it better. Yeah, we're gonna go back, because in town, like our town, right? There was a, another path that we didn't take. And I'm very curious as to where that's supposed to take us. Also, we might as well just, you know, take the time to save again. We need more stamina. And I don't know how to do that. See, like up north here. We haven't been. Wait, what? I have to click on the door. I just forgot. Hell yeah, I'm taking this. Oh, they're both one. They're the same. Oh. We'll get you something soon, bro. I don't know what the defense changes, because every attack we get is always 1 damage. Well, you can make one that is in third person with a narrator. That works. And it could be like a special style that you have. What is this place? Like, whose house is this? Tales of Yulton Brutal Scar, Volume 1. Yulton rode his great wolf, Red Eye, into the stronghold of Wartush to die a most brutal death against the horde of 30 strong ogres. He knew this would be his last battle, but that didn't stop him from trying to liberate his people from Wartush's murderous regime. He dismounted and told his faithful companion to flee, prepared to walk through the gates. He walked forward with a proud stride, and the doors to the courtyard opened before him. Stepping into the center, he became surrounded by the 30 ogres. Yulton yelled, and forward the ogres charged. He faced them 5 and 6 at a time, but he wouldn't fall. Barely a scratch was made on Yulton until the last dozen. It was at this point that Wartush joined the battle. The large ogre swung his battle axe with a force strong enough to fell a tree in a single strike. Yulton and Wartush clashed for hours, their skills clearly leagues beyond Wartush's grunts. Yulton fell to the ground when he missed a forceful swing, and Wartush seized his chance, drawing his axe overhead and forcing it downwards. Yulton rolled away, barely escaping an axe to the head, and struck back at Wartush's side. Wartush's axe caught in the ground, wouldn't budge, and Yulton's blade was caught in his side. He knew it was over. Yulton stood before Wartush and told him that this was for all of his fellow ogres he slaughtered in the name of control. He seized Wartush by the neck and snapped it. By no means an easy task. No, I bet not. Yulton whistled and Red Eye came to his side. He laughed as Red Eye licked his wounds. He laughed for a long time, feeling relieved and unable to comprehend how he achieved such a victory. Yulton jumped on Red Eye and they rode off to spread the good news. Are you new to using magic? You wouldn't be reading this otherwise, would you? I'll explain it for you. Magic comes in 7 levels and 5 elements for a total of 35 categories. The 7 levels are levels 1 through 7. Easy. The 5 elements are nature, fire, ice, radiant, and gore. Straightforward so far. Anybody can use the first 3 levels of the elements, but it takes a specialized magician with training to use the 4th level and beyond, as these spells are very draining and powerful. If you aren't a magician, don't mess with the high level spells. I'm serious, you'll probably do yourself some serious harm. Speaking of spells, they come in the form of crystals. The crystals contain elemental energy that has been manipulated in a way that gives it certain properties. While 2 levels of one spell may look the same, they can have very different effects. One may be purely offensive and one may be a healing spell. Always remember to be safe when using spells, and that even if you want to become a powerful fire magician, that high level spells of a different element may be outside your control. Yeah, I'm looting your bedroom, dude. A red potion! Bro. Yeah, I'm drinking that, man. I'm sorry, but I'm the one drinking it. Again. Just cuz. Give me some of those hearts. Oh, it's you, Gargan. Are you finally going to take me up on the magic lecture? I guess I should now that I've been kicked out. I got kicked out at 12. Count yourself lucky you lasted to 15. It was a blessing in disguise. You'll learn so much fending for yourself now. Let's begin. For us intelligent folk, we can only harness the magic of the world through the use of crystal, much like a weapon. You must place it in your hand in order to wield it. The element of the crystal is determined by the color of the magical essence inside. The level of strength is determined by how full the crystal is and the shine it gives. You see my markings. Do you know what they are? They're fire magician markings. I'm not as clueless as everybody seems to think. Yes, most of us ogre will mark ourselves with our elemental preference if we take the path of the magician. Now it's time for you to get your own. Nope, I don't want any. I don't want any orange tattoos. A spell, you fool, not tattoos. Here, take the basic nature crystal I've been saving for you. Really? If I just listened to your lecture years ago, you'd have given me this? No strings attached? Yes, we Nurse Youth villagers take pride in serving our community. Thanks then, I'll try it out. Earth Shield. Well, wasn't that worth the time to come back to? I would have missed the first spell, dude. Wow, I would have missed this completely. Insane. Game is pretty interesting. Very entertaining. Incredibly simple. Like there's no leveling system. Everything seems to be gear oriented and health oriented. So the more potions you find, the higher your health pool. And then as far as gear goes, that's what determines if you're taking a lot of damage or if you deal a lot of damage. Anything else is just that. There doesn't seem to be anything else to the combat system at all, which makes it a little bit too simplistic, maybe. However, it has a very cool thing where you can train a whole bunch of attack first using your stamina before it depletes. So that's kind of cool and different from other games. Also, the fact that your character isn't a hero is also interesting. The graphic style is okay. I thought it would like maybe annoy me and stuff, but I'm getting used to it and I kind of like it. However, it's clearly not for everybody. Like it looks maybe a little bit too simplistic and too childish for some people. I could see the appeal wearing off after a while, or you know, being not interested in getting the game in the first place just because the style doesn't fit what you're used to, for example. But other than that, yeah, the fact that you're like kind of not a bad guy, but almost, you know, like you're a monster. So you're doing monster shit. Like you're just walking inside houses, robbing people, and you actually like the NPC is not just like, oh, you know, like there's a chest in the background of that room, you pick it up and nobody says anything. Like in this game, like the NPC will actually react to you picking up the chest. And that's super cool because like like you said, like earlier, like I walked in, insulted somebody, stole his stuff, and then just walked out. Or like a lady gave me a quest. Like I walk in, she gives me I insult her. She gives me a quest. I come back. I kill the monsters. I come back in. She gives me 100 gold. So I basically got 100 gold for insulting her. Yeah, I stole a liquor from somebody and I sold it back to him. That was an entire bottle. I was thirsty. My apologies. Hello there. It's not often we see ogres wander out of their zoo direction. So, what's your point? How rude. It's fine, it's fine. What can I do for you folks? Wait a second. That isn't a fishing rod you have there, is it? Yes, it is. I actually make my own. I'm a farmer and a fisherman. It's good to be resourceful. How much for it? I'll give you 10 coupons. Oh? No. Take it. I have plenty of spares. That's very generous of you. Might I ask why you need it? Fishers yourselves? An old man in the woods broke his only one. A good deed? Well, then I insist. Here you go. Hey, look at that stuff. We got the fishing rod. Let's go back. Let's give it to our rude bro. The super rude bro. I'm avoiding combat because I don't feel like it. Especially since, like, combat doesn't give you XP, right? It only gives you gold, so whatever. There he is. Or what? Oh, it's you lot again. I'm busy fishing. Yes, we're aware. If you would indulge us just for a moment, then you may find that we're more useful than you give us credit for. Fine. What is it? We have a fishing rod for you if you're interested. You do? Let me see that. Yes, sturdy, but flexible pole. Strong string, yes. What do you think, then? It's a good quality rod. How much are you selling it for? Well, we were just going to give it to you. You were? I never really thought much of your kind, Enkin, but that's mighty decent of you. You're welcome. I can't let you go empty-handed. This may be of use to you on your travels. Belt of the Beast Hunter level 1? This old belt of mine is enchanted so that you'll be more vicious when going for beasts like wild boars or the wolves that roam nearby. Works for me then. I want that one. Hold the phone, man. Oh wait, he cannot wear it, but I can. Interesting. There you go. Give it to my bro. it's 6 damage now he deals. Nice. Oh, I just equipped it just now. Yeah, but you were right. I needed to equip it. I don't know why. Like, I guess I'm too used to other RPGs where the item is actually like Magic, for example, is actually like another subsection in the menus of a style of attack that you can do. It's not like a weapon that you wield. Nope. I missed. I don't know what one, like, what damages in green does versus damages that it's not green. I'm a bit unsure about that. It's not very clear. The game does have a game manual, though, in the main menu. Carrots, bro. I'm stealing all your carrots. I'm the carrot thief. A lot of this woman will be like, oh, an ogre in my house. That makes sense. Guide to the Gods, Joran Edition. Joran, the god of war, conquest, and royalty. Joran believes that people should strive to conquer lands and build large and prosperous kingdoms and empires. He's the most beloved god that the Enkians worship, and they revere his teaching greatly. Joran resides in his home plane of the Fields of Valor. It's said to be a golden kingdom that is caused by his shining radiance, and whenever he is far, the lands are darker. Many presume Joran to look like an Enkian, but the race he resembles is unspecified. He is Enkian in shape, but his face is covered by a white hood, connected to his cloak, and he wears armor of a gold and silver color. His most recognized symbol is the Hammer of Joran, his prized weapon. Cool. I like the mythology in this game, like the races and the heroes and stuff. Like, the lore is pretty interesting. My husband's livestock were slaughtered by wandering wolves. He used to be dairy farmers too. You see, if nobody is selling cows, you can send them our way. I will take note of that. Look at that, the Pokemon trainer. Jason. Phew! I need to take a breather. I've been going laps around these rocks all morning. Kid, what are you doing? Whoa, it's an ogre! Yeah, what of it? I've never seen an ogre before. They never come out of the forest, and I always miss the traders anytime they show up. Are you adventurers? Sort of, I guess. We're on a journey. Can I come? No. Then can I ask you some questions? I want to be an adventurer too. Fine. Really? Thank you. Yeah, get on with it. First question, what's the best weapon, an axe or a spear? It's the axe, clearly. Why do you think I use one? Maybe you wanted to cut wood. Don't forget that old axe you own that's used for precisely that. Shut up. An axe. I'll consider getting one, but I think my heart lies with swords. Alright, then next question. Should I learn magic? Yes. I'm not proficient, but it's good to know. I'd recommend nature magic. It's got plenty of good effects. No, radiant magic is where the hearts of the holy should lie. Final question, and you can go. Will you accept my life savings as a gift? Yes. Absolutely. You may be adventurous, but you know heroes. You tried to take this kid's life savings? He offered. I thought he did anyway. He never said he expected us to be heroes. You answered my questions, but you failed my test. You can have the runner-up prize.